Meetinghouse Revival is a local nonprofit that we started back in September of 2021. Our mission is to preserve Black history by restoring Black churches.
It's Corsicana is going to be growing, and there's going to be new people that are coming in. You have to maintain that history so they can have an education of knowing what's been here and why is it important, especially in this day when things move so fast. Places like this could get easily ignored, and our job is to try to help highlight those things that need to be represented and also saved.
This church has been here in disarray for some time, and it's a great historical building that needs to be renovated, and we're so appreciative of Alicia taking the initiative to get in contact with Historical Society and others to help restore this church.
Once this church is restored, it is my wish to bring my great-grandkids down here and let them see where Granny attended church sometimes.
When I first walked in, I was like, wow, she has not changed at all. I mean, being a little girl and my granny always used to make me sit on the very front row to pay attention to everything. And it's just been so amazing to be able to be a part of this experience, and knowing that Alicia is creating something for our community and I get to be a part of it. It's just amazing, and even more amazing that I get to be able to be here and see it.
We say at Meetinghouse Revival, we're going to restore a building, but ultimately it's a community that revives it. So the vision of that is really going to be articulated by the folks that also want to see this building being brought back to life.
Corsicana Preservation Foundation got first involved with this structure several years ago when they initially were trying to figure out how best to save the structure. And so we came in with volunteers and boarded up the windows, these stained glass windows, to protect them, because vandalism and then the elements, are really hard on historic structures such as this. So that's our initiative.
This historical church was here when I was a little girl. I went to nursery school here at this church many, many moons ago.
I started attending this church when I was very young. My fondest memories of when I was 7 or 8, and my grandfather actually used to be the pastor here, and I was his little errand runner. Whenever he needed water, I would go get him water. After he passed, we transitioned, and the mantle was passed to my uncle, and then I became the announcement clerk, and I was very good at my job.
The church was originally built I think the original structure was in the 1880s, and then due to, I think, a storm that came through, my understanding is that then it was rebuilt in around 1916. And so it's 100 years old, but the formation of the congregation itself goes even back further.
Earlier this year, we were rewarded a grant from Preservation Texas. So there's the African American Rural Heritage Grant, and we were one of 11 projects that were awarded a $77,000 grant, $77,500 grant to restore the building. So that money is going to go to stabilizing the building, jacking it up, grading it, making sure the siding is okay, restoring the roof. And so that's really going to set the foundation for the next stage of the work, which is going to be preserving the windows.
I'm just grateful that this event is happening, because there has been many questions about why hasn't someone taken the initiative to renovate the church, to do something with it. And the things that she's proposing for this church is going to be a great asset for our youth and our adults.
The structure was built around 1916, so it has a long history, and you can see that in time there's a lot of wear and tear on a structure like this. But these beautiful windows that were dedicated to a lot of the members of this church, such as the pastor behind us right here, Mr. James Carr.
When we think about what this building could be used for, we want to make sure that in its current use and its future uses, that it maintains that thread through of being able to support education, being able to support the arts, and being a gathering place where people feel welcomed. And so that's what we hope to do. We really, really want community support.
With all the total windows, and various windows have more damage than others, some are more complete than others, but the total cost is going to be around What they received is $159,000, so roughly about $6,300 per window.
Our goal is to take these assets of the community and make sure they exist for generations to come. The buildings have been standing for over 100 years, and they need a little bit of love and TLC to make sure they can stand for 100 more.